Welcome to our daily post. Act 7 is a pivotal chapter that features Stephen's defense before the Sanhedrin, culminating in his martyrdom. It provides a historical overview of Israel's relationship with God and highlights the rejection of God's messengers. Stephen's defense. Stephen is brought before the Sanhedrin and accused of blasphemy against Moses and God. In response, he gives a lengthy defense, recounting the history of Israel and God's faithfulness, Abraham and the patriarchs. He begins with the calling of Abraham, emphasizing God's promise to him and the covenant established. Stephen recounts how Abraham's faith led to the formation of the nation of Israel. Joseph's story. Stephen discusses Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers, but eventually rose to power in Egypt. This illustrates how God can work through adversity and rejection, Moses' leadership. He recounts the story of Moses, who was chosen to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. However, Moses was initially rejected by his people, foreshadowing the rejection of Jesus, the wilderness journey. Stephen mentions the Israelites' 40 years in the wilderness and their disobedience, including the worship of the golden calf. This highlights the recurring theme of rebellion against God, the temple and God's presence. He speaks about the construction of the temple, reminding the council that God does not dwell in man-made structures. He cites Isaiah 66:1-2, emphasizing that heaven is God's throne and the earth is his footstool. The accusation of rejection. Stephen boldly accuses the Sanhedrin of being stiff-necked and resisting the Holy Spirit, just as their ancestors did. He points out that they have betrayed and murdered the righteous one, Jesus. Stephen's martyrdom, enraged by Stephen's words. The council drags him out of the city and stones him. As he is being killed, Stephen prays for the Lord to receive his spirit and asks God not to hold this sin against them. His final words echo those of Jesus, demonstrating his faith and forgiveness even in death. Conclusion. Acts 7 highlights the faithfulness of God throughout Israel's history and the recurring theme of rejection faced by his chosen messengers. Stephen's defense serves as a powerful testimony of faith, culminating in his martyrdom, which becomes a significant moment in the early church. This chapter emphasizes the importance of standing firm in faith, even in the face of persecution. Discussion. Questions. What key lessons can we learn from Stephen's recounting of Israel's history? How does Stephen's attitude during his martyrdom challenge our understanding of forgiveness and faith? In what ways can we apply Stephen's boldness in our own lives when facing opposition or persecution? Feel free to share your thoughts and answers in the comments. Let's discuss the impact of faithfulness and courage in our lives today. As we continue this loving community together, tune into Divine Stream Radio. Enjoy uplifting Christian music. You can also access the Bible movie from the menu and download the Bible movie app, as well as download this chapter.